in HD music with your news, weather, and traffic. This is Rizzo TV.
Our top stories here at Rizzo TV. The big picture. Breaking news, an accident earlier this morning in Chelsea kills an elderly man just merely crossing the street. The driver did not flee the scene. The latest is coming up. Also developing, the fight over who will pay to fix the New York City subway system. Mayor Bill de Blasio is now making a move with his new proposal to the press yesterday regarding his newly proposed millionaire's tax on the wealthiest New Yorkers in the city. Details are next. And President Trump is expected to speak about the opioid crisis down in New Jersey later this afternoon today. What exactly opioids are and how deadly they have become is straight ahead. Finally, alternate street parking regulations are in effect today. We're bringing your upcoming holidays, weather forecast, and latest traffic information right after the news. That's all coming up today on Rizzo TV HD News.
Thank you for joining us in this edition of Rizzo TV HD News on this Tuesday, August 8th, 2017. I am John Rizzo, reporting from Diker Heights, Brooklyn. We are following breaking news here at Rizzo TV HD News. A 73-year-old man was struck by a tractor-trailer earlier this morning. He suffered cardiac arrest and later died upon crossing the street near West 25th Street and 7th Avenue. The man was rushed to a local hospital shortly before 6 a.m. this morning, where he was pronounced dead. A hit-and-run charge is not in play at this time since the driver stood on the scene, according to authorities. The investigation is still ongoing. Developing right now, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced yesterday at a press briefing about his proposal of a millionaire's tax on those who fall above the middle class category in terms of their annual income. The additional approximately $2,500 per year that upper-class New Yorkers will have to pay to help fund repairs of the city's rapidly deteriorating subway system will help to do that. De Blasio made it clear at the briefing that he will vow to end the insanity that surrounds the operation of the city's trains. If the proposal is approved by the legislature up in Albany, individuals making more than $500,000 or more will have to pay 53% more of an increase on their annual taxes. The same tax spike would also apply to couples earning more than $1 million per year. MTA Chairman Joe Lauder remarked that New Yorkers can no longer wait for positive changes to be made to the city's subways, so that they can get around town much better. The new proposal comes on the heels of Mayor de Blasio and Governor Cuomo fighting over whether the state or the city bears the responsibility of fixing the city's trains. The debate on who will pay for the subway repairs began after numerous mishaps happening during commuter rides. The subway system has angered many commuters and dignitaries over the last few months, after passengers became struck on trains due to delays, mechanical failures, and power outages. Some of these trains have even derailed, most recently at Penn Station and on the Upper East Side with the 8th train derailment just about over a month ago. The revenue from the tax spike is estimated to amount to $250 million that would additionally help to pay for reduced fare MetroCards for those in financial need across the 5 boroughs. The new mayoral proposal is expected to be presented to the state government in the coming days, and no word yet on when lawmakers will be able to vote on the measure. Finally now to the opioid crisis affecting the nation. Almost 33,000 Americans die from opioid overdoses every year. These drugs include prescription pain relievers, heroin, and synthetic opioids like Fentanyl. The opioid crisis has been marked as a serious situation amongst the public health as well as the social and economic welfares for many Americans across the country. The crisis is credited to have started from the time when pharmaceutical companies alleviated the worries of many Americans by saying that the drugs did not run the risk of addiction back during the 1990s. At the same time, healthcare providers began to increasingly prescribe them to patients in order to treat chronic pains in the body. Once the medications began to increasingly become misused, it was already too late, and thousands of Americans succumbed into death from the drugs. More than 33,000 Americans alone have died just 2 years ago back in 2015. President Trump is expected to speak about the opioid crisis in the Bedminster section of New Jersey at his New Jersey Golf Club this afternoon at around 3 p.m. Your upcoming holidays, weather, and traffic updates are all coming up next.
Taking a look at your forecast right here in Dyker Heights, Brooklyn, as far as your dew-point level categories are concerned, we're currently sitting between the 61 and 65 degree dew point category for right now. We're currently sitting at a dew point between 62 and 63 degrees on the dew point scale, actually. And that really means that we're starting to be a little bit sticky. Relative humidity levels are above 50%. They're in the lower to mid 60% range as far as your relative humidity levels go. But as I mentioned back a couple of weeks ago on my last newscast, as I previously mentioned on my last episode actually on Saturday, the dew point is a for sure way of measuring how humid it is actually outside because we're doing an actual calculation. So just to give you an idea of how humid it is really outside as far as dew points go, we're sitting at a dew point exactly right now of 63 degrees. Starting to be a little bit sticky. A tad uncomfortable, but not as uncomfortable and oppressive as the other two categories below it. We're still starting to feel a little bit sticky. It's slightly humid outside, between 61 and 65 for a dew point category for today. And we're going to be getting to your local forecast in just a few moments. Stay tuned. So for tonight, cool and partly cloudy for this evening. A low tonight of 64 degrees. Some clouds will be moving into the tri-state area for your evening tonight. We are expected to see some partly cloudy conditions a little bit later this week, between Wednesday, Thursday, and pretty much cloudy into your weekend, actually. So that's why we're going to be seeing a little bit of cloud cover for your evening tonight. Humidity will still start to dissipate a little bit more as the evening progresses and for your evening tonight into your evening commute and into your latter portion of your evening hours for your evening tonight. So again, tonight, cool and partly cloudy, a low tonight of 64 degrees. And tomorrow, picture perfect day, sunny, low humidity, a high tomorrow of 82 degrees, really no clouds in the picture for your day tomorrow. Really just a picture perfect day. No humidity really whatsoever to deal with. So again, tomorrow, sunny and low humidity, very pleasant conditions for your forecast for tomorrow. A high tomorrow of 82 degrees. And tomorrow night, clear and comfortable. Your pleasant conditions for your day tomorrow will be extending into your tomorrow evening hours. So for tomorrow night, clear and comfortable. A low tomorrow night of 67 degrees. Really not a cloud in the sky for tomorrow night as well. Really echoing the same conditions as tomorrow daytime, although a little bit much cooler actually because it's going to be in the evening hours. We're going to be dipping below the 70-degree mark, so really another night of just really pleasant conditions. Not a cloud in the sky, no humidity. You can sit outside and enjoy yourself with a couple of friends and really just enjoy the evening. And you know, these summer days are really just days to be treasured when it's really comfortable outside. So again, for tomorrow night, clear and comfortable, a low tomorrow night of 67 degrees. And And taking a look at your 5-day forecast here for the tri-state area, and as far as your Dyke Heights, Brooklyn forecast is concerned, tomorrow, as I mentioned, sunny, really pleasant conditions on Wednesday of high 82 and a low of 67, clear for your evening tomorrow night. Thursday, we have some partly cloudy conditions expected for the forecast on Thursday. A little bit of cloud cover for Thursday in anticipation for some showers on Friday with some humid conditions. But as far as your forecast for Thursday is concerned, really pleasant, partly cloudy, still really a nice day. Pleasant and partly cloudy on Thursday, high of 81, a low of 65. Friday looks like the best chance of rain for this next 5 days. It's going to be humid with some showers. Really not too warm, but it's still going to be a little bit uncomfortable because we're only having these showers moving into the area and this humid air mass sticking around for your day on Friday. So humid with showers on Friday, a high of 79 and a low of 65. Now Saturday and Sunday doesn't look like to be a washout. However, it's not going to be too hot, but it's still going to be slightly humid. Not really too much sunshine because these clouds are really going to be sticking around. It's still going to be slightly humid, but really not as bad as Friday because we don't have any precipitation expected for your Saturday and your Sunday days of your weekend coming up this week. So tad humid, not as humid as Friday on Saturday. Cloudy, high of 76 and a low of 69. Really much the same story on Sunday. Just a little bit warmer, but still cloudy of high 81 and a low of 72.
And thank you for watching this edition of Rizzo TV HD News, Weather, and Traffic. Remember to always follow us on Instagram at JRNewsman17 and on Twitter at JRiz11. You can also find all of our episodes posted on our Facebook page, Rizzo TV News. Thank you so much for watching and have a great night.